Beauty Lifestyle Network is all about beauty your way. Um, you know, a lot of times people want you to fit into a category of what they think beauty should be. They want you to have hair like this or skin like that or dress like this. We want to give you options and say, hey, for however you want to do your beauty, we're here to help you with that. We're here to serve you with that. And that is the best way to represent your authentic self. And that's what we really want to do. We want you to be authentically you. We want you to be proud of you. We want you to be accepting of you, and we want you to love yourself. And we want to let you know that we are here to help you on that journey. Well, welcome to BLN Live. We have a really cool show for you today, and we have our two special guests. We're going to be talking all about hair. We all got hair, but what do we really know about this stuff? So I just want to introduce our first guest to you. She's a beauty influencer, Jasmine Usher. She's to my right here.
Yep.
To my left. And also to my right here, we have our beauty expert today, Sabrina Davis. She's going to tell us everything we need to know about our hair today. So no matter what type of hair you got, natural, not so natural, we're going to help you out. Locks, all that cool stuff. So before I get going, I do want to mention that we have a cool sponsor, our supporters, Beautiful Brown Girls, Sentinel Media, and ANAC Pro. Thank you guys for supporting us and helping make this event possible. Um, any other people out there want to support our organization, want to get involved with Beauty Lifestyle Network? Just let us know. Contact Beauty Lifestyle Network at gmail.com. So thank you guys or ladies for joining us today. Um, I think first of all, I do want to kind of kick this thing off by asking a basic question to Sabrina, and that is,
Okay.
what is healthy hair? How do you know if you have healthy hair or not?
I would say the way it feels, the way it smells. I mean, it's almost like using your five senses. So if you look at it and it looks dry, it might be dry. If you smell it and it doesn't smell, I'm gonna just say fresh, clean. And then the way it feels, it should feel like soft but firm or cottony, or it should have flexibility. Um, That to me is a describing of what healthy hair is to me.
Okay. Um. So I guess. Well, before I say something, you have a question you want to ask Sabrina? I mean, I'm not Sabrina. Jasmine.
Do I have a question?
Yeah. As we start this thing off.
Okay. Um, let's see. Whew, he put it on me, y'all.
I know, right? Well, tell you what, I'll give you a chance to think about that, and we'll come back to you on that.
Okay, okay,
But real
okay.
quick, for those who want to get your question answered, make sure you put your question in the chat there. We'll respond to you guys. We want to try to make this an interactive thing, not just us talking to Sabrina, but we're really doing this to kind of for those people that may not get a chance to talk to a professional on a regular basis. This is your opportunity to do so. Get your questions in. We're going to probably save that in a few minutes down the road, so make sure you submit it first. Then we'll come back to you in a few minutes or so once we get some initial stuff out the way. But what we want to do now is kind of I do kind of want to follow up on that healthy hair thing, right? So
Sounds good.
when you have healthy hair, like first of all, I heard, and this may be a myth. I heard, how often does your hair come out? Because I see when I wash my hair sometimes, and I see it all on my hands in the shower. Like how often? How much of your hair should actually be coming out, or should it be coming out at all?
Very good question. So we shed daily. Typically, we just shed daily, but you definitely want to. if you're shedding to the point where you feel that your hair is thinning in an area, then that's when you would get to the point where maybe I might need to go and talk to a doctor or go to a dermatologist, because a lot of things happen to us internally first. So regular shedding, even with locks, you should still see like some form of hair in the sink and things like that. But I would say if you have a whole handful of hair, I would wonder, is that from. Okay, and then you have to think about this in different aspects too, because if you're dealing with loose natural hair, that means exactly right. You're going to see some hair, but if you're dealing with someone who just took out braids, who had their hair in a stay put position for, and I'm just going to call a number out. Let's say 4 weeks. 4 weeks of someone not doing nothing to their hair, and they go in and start to shampoo their hair. A lot of times, that ball almost looks like two balls full of hair. It's a combination of, yes, you lost some, and then a combination of just the normal shedding of what normally happens as our hair, goes through actually 3 stages in the hair growth system. I'm not sure if we want to get scientific.
Well, to me, the best way to avoid a problem is to know. So just out of curiosity, what are the 3 stages that you mentioned?
So we have 3 stages that our hair it grows in, it stays in, and then it falls out. They're actogen, allergen, and there's one more. But it's 3 stages. In those 3 stages, you would have where your hair is starting to grow in, and then it sits in that spot for pretty much 3 months or so, and then after that, the hair falls out for it to go back through the cycle again. So that's why, again, it's always important to make sure your insides are doing things to promote hair growth as well, not just topically. If one of them or two of them or one of them is out of order, then you're going to see a lot of shedding. So a lot of people's like, oh my gosh, my hair is shedding. So with a professional, as you're looking for a professional for your natural hair, definitely they should offer you a consultation in the beginning, so all of these questions and concerns can be answered. If that loctician natural hairstylist can't sit down and at least explain to you what's going on, maybe she or he is not the one for you. I'm not
Okay.
saying they don't do good work, but you're trying to solve a situation and you want some answers.
Now, is there a difference between shedding and breaking? Like, how do I know if this is good shedding or if my hair is really in trouble and I see breakage? What's the difference?
So if it's okay, can I just use you as a model for 1 second?
All right. Sure, go for it.
So okay, so your hair is you have uneven. Can I just say uneven ends? You have very uneven ends. And the part that you can see through, what happens with hair that's
Hold on.
already
I
broken,
want to take this back. I don't want to use me as an example. No, I'm just kidding.
it's gonna keep it's gonna keep until you trim it off, right? But
Right.
you have a lot of help. Your hair, I mean, even though the shrinkage, it shrunk, it's pretty. Your hair is pretty long, so when you elongate it, it's pretty long. You just have just a little one. So the difference between shedding and just hair that's falling out is just obvious when you look at it in your palm of your hand. It's like a whole lot of it, and you can start to feel within your hair or your scalp in your hair when it's not feeling like, okay, I'm not retaining most of my hair. That'll be a shed. Just normal, just because you're shampooing your hair, that's just normal. But the way you could tell is over time you'll start to feel it in your hair, on your from your scalp and things like that.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um. So I gave you a little time, Jasmine. What you think?
Yeah, so that was good to know. Like I never knew that about, when your hair, cuz my hair is the same way. Like it's thick at the roots, and then like
Oh, it's
my
beautiful,
end, the
probably.
curls are just, like
Yeah.
that.
So
So
I
but
mean,
I did have a
you
oh
gotta just trim it Let it grow, trim and let it grow. But the longer you leave it, the longer it's going to split. And so all of the work you did to get to the part that you like, I'm doing so well, and I know you are. Just trim it a little bit and
Yeah.
then let it grow. Trim it and then let it grow. If you bow, just trim it all off, and then
Okay.
you'll have a.
Okay. So since we're on trims, how often would you say for I guess everybody to get a trim, whether curly or, if they're relaxed, however, how often do you think we should get trims? And also for my curly heads, should we get a curly trim or should we, blow dry it out and trim it?
Oh, that is such a good question. Oh my gosh, I love it. So again, it always still start with the consultation. It's where the client wants to be. So if your client wants straight hair, then that's a blow dry and you would trim it. And with that being said, a trim should be done quarterly. Let's do that. Let's pick your quarter. So either you're going to do every 3 months or every 4 months, but every single time. And a trim is an inch or less. And you say, how much is an inch? An inch is that pinky finger right there or less is a trim. Anything more than that, that means we're about to cut it into a style, and that's not, you know, what you're asking for. So most of the time it's like a half an inch, literally, if you are on top of it. So my curly girls love it at curly girls. So I pretty much cut curly. And again, when a client calls me and says, Sabrina, I want you to blow dry and straighten my hair and trim, I just let them know that's not my expertise. And I'm okay with that. But how do you maintain it and take care of it? I can definitely tell you how to do all of those things. But for my curly girls, it's the same thing. It should be an inch or less every 3 to 4 months. And you will see how, as much as you like, oh my gosh, you trimmed it all off. And then you'd be surprised how full it looks, how it behaves. And then it starts to grow again. You just trim a little, grow, trim a little, grow. And remember, it's growing every month. So
Now, I will
it's
say,
okay.
Okay.
um, since I bear my flaws in my hair, because I showed Doug put some over it, but I said I'm
You
gonna pay attention
always
anyway.
do. Hold on. I told you I loved your hair. I was like, what? You let it out? I love it. You cannot say I didn't.
But I do realize I need a trim. But the question
That's
becomes
it.
kind of like what she said, like how do you know you're trimming too much? Because you want to trim because you want the hair to be healthy. You don't want split ends, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, what if, how about do I cut off like an inch or two? I know you said a finger, but if I cut off
Mm-hmm.
an inch every 3 months, is my hair gonna
Mm-hmm.
grow? I mean, how
Yes.
explain that? How that work?
Yes. Okay. So well, actually, it grows faster when again. So the science part of it, when your hair has a split end, or you can see the damage. Because you asked me another question too, like how do you know how much to cut? So when a stylist is looking at the hair, she's looking at the hair she can see through. So if I pull my hair, down just like this, and I can see through at the ends and things like that, that'll let you know, gives you a gauge on how much needs to be trimmed off. So again, everybody, you got to meet someone at their comfort level. If they're not ready to do, to cut it all off, then allow them to say, let me just cut an inch. And then in 3 months later, let's cut another inch. So what does that do? It slows the process down of the hair splitting, because the longer you leave the split in, on the ends, the longer it's going to take for the hair to grow, because it's going to split all the way down to the follicle. How it takes time for that to happen. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen within 2 or 3 months or things like that, but on the average, our hair grows about a fourth of an inch, pretty much in a month's time. So as you're growing and you're trimming, again, it's not a full inch. It could be a half an inch. It could be a fourth of an inch. But you'll see it, and you pull it out. Little strands are not connecting. You just trim those off. So it's just how much trim needs to happen. And again, a person would definitely have to feel comfortable with the stylist, because every time someone said, I go and I went and she cut my hair, my bangs was up here, or she cut my hair too short, It is anytime someone says cut to me, I have to be very careful because everybody is sensitive about experiences that they have. So it's one of those things you just have to be very patient about. And I just show the client what I'm trimming before I even go any further. How do you feel about this? Or, and they say, okay, once I get the okay, then I just finish out the rest. And, but a trim is an inch or less, if that makes sense. So when you're saying like how fast will the hair grow? Yes, it'll grow, but everybody doesn't need an inch of trimming every 3 months. It could be less.
I
Hopefully that
think I
makes
probably
sense.
need that inch right now.
I would do an inch. I'm trying to tell you, your curls would be popping. Like you see the ends, they would be like.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. I
you know,
love your curls.
it's
Oh,
crazy, but actually, it does sound kind of counterintuitive. To be honest with you, that you have to cut it, help it to grow, right? But you're saying growing healthy hair, so not just long hair that's
Hmm.
split at the end that looks like stringy, kind of like how mine's looking right now. But you want something that looks thick and rich and healthy all the way down, right? Is
like
that what
right
you're
there where your bangs are is like the best. Like right there, bang. Like you see your defined curls and everything. It's amazing.
Let's use somebody else as an example now. I think I have
Sure.
it. I think
Well,
I
I didn't mean it. It's so
have
it's
it.
so
No, I'm just joking.
look.
She's trying to help.
I love your hair. I
I know.
love
I
it
feel like I'm
because
bearing my soul here.
well, when you wear your hair natural, you are basically showing everyone who you are. Like I was like, "What you doing it? Let's do it." So when I get up in the morning, this is my natural hair. I don't have no extensions or none of that. This is what you get right here. Not
So,
to say other sisters don't feel the same way. I just encourage the ones who feel so defeated about their hair. I
mhm,
help bring that like you said, encouraging you that you can do this. I got women that work in corporate America, executives, what people that work in the military and different departments. I mean, just and they have to feel confident about their hair when they go into those board meetings.
right.
That's what you know.
So, what do you think is the biggest worry that your clients normally have about their hair? Just kind of as a brief, kind of tell us a little bit about what your specialty is and kind of um, you know and yeah, but just tell about your specialty actually.
So, hoping that you guys can hear the passion in my voice from before. I am here to help you move forward in your natural hair. So, yes, I'm a natural hairstylist, but I do a lot of coaching and mentoring to help individuals with their children's hair, help them with their hair, help them if they want to even turn this into a business. Like I can show you how to do all of those things. So that is where my niche is. I just feel like a lot of us have unfortunately we were not taught how to take care of our hair. We was always taught from the time I can remember how to do the cover up or change it or alter it. And if we did, we got it done by our little girlfriend, cousin, niece, nephew around the corner, and we did it all in the kitchen and everything like that. And so what happens is we how do we make what we around the home or in our neighborhoods and things like that at the board meeting? So it's just a fear factor of them already wanting to be. I wouldn't say them. I can't speak for everyone else. I know that when a woman comes in and she finally says, "I'm ready to be natural," I have to help her embrace it and show her how to make it beautiful in her eyes, more importantly than anything else. So I'm there to help cultivate that love that's coming out of her or him for him to be like, okay, I'm rocking this natural. I'm going to this. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Mhm. So, what's like the first thing, or what's the most important thing you think a person should do if they want to try to get their hair as healthy as possible? They only do like one or two
One
things.
important thing.
Yeah, like what's
Okay.
the one or two most important things you can do to keep your hair healthy?
So I feel like that's almost like a two-part question because what if the person's hair is already healthy and it's like, well, how do I maintain that healthy, right? And then you have ones who is like determining like I want my hair to be healthy, right?
Yeah, do both.
Besides taking a class with me so I can help you with that, you can go to my website, queenofroots.com. And I can definitely help you either through Zoom or face to face. But for a person whose hair is already healthy and things like that, I'm not saying you have to change a regimen or anything like that or whatever. But as long as you're loving your hair and caring for your hair, motivating yourself to try and do different things. Maybe try wearing your hair in a different style. For if your hair is already healthy. So if your hair is not healthy, it's just you just have to learn how to maintain it, how to maintenance your natural hair. It's just like when you get a microwave, and I'm not calling this microwaves, but I'm giving you an example. If you have to read the manual in order for you to operate it, or if I guess if you say a car, then people's like, I just jump in a car. But some of us might have to read the manual and things like that. So when you get something and you have to read the manual, if you wasn't given one, then you might need to start searching for one. So I'm not saying like it's not information is not on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, things like that or whatever. If it's not working for you, then you got to keep searching until you find that one, because I'm talking to that one that it hasn't been working for. If it hasn't, then why can't you try me out? Try someone else out until it works.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good plan. So if we want to know more detail, we definitely will contact you. And if we have your information, then we put it up there, how to get at you on your different social media platforms. I do have one amateur theory. You know, I'm an amateur, so this is me talking. So two things. It's a two-part thing. So first, I always thought one of the most important things you can do to keep your hair healthy is to actually wash it.
That
This is kind of taboo with hair.
why?
I found since I've been, had my hair longer, that it's kind of taboo. I didn't realize how infrequently people wash their hair. And I understand why now. When my hair was short, I was like, I wash it every day, and I was like, well, people crazy when I wash my hair every day, right? But once you get longer, you just ain't got time to do that, right? And then wash it, style it, condition it. You're talking about 2-3 hour process or more. So how do you balance that where you want to keep your hair healthy and clean, but you can't spend a whole day doing it, right? So how do you balance that? If you're trying to do it yourself, I mean, you can always take the shortcut, go to a professional, they'll take care of it for you. But if you're trying to balance it, how do you do that?
All right. You asked a lot of good questions in there, so let me just make sure I heard all of the questions. One is the last one I definitely heard when you say, "How do you create balance?" What did you ask me? What else? One more question. What was the other one?
You know what? I
You
was
said
laughing
two
so much
parts.
I don't remember all the questions.
Okay.
Pick your
So
favorite and
okay,
go for
so
that. How about that?
okay, so the last one, where it's like, how do you put this in your lifestyle? You got to understand how, like, okay, so for a woman, all women don't have to put on makeup. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying we as sisters got to put on the makeup or nothing like that. So I'm going to just make it, I'm going to try to go just real basic. We all got to put on underwear, at least, depending on what we're wearing. I'm trying to find something we always got to
All
wear,
right. Now, where you
right?
going with
You
this
always
now?
got to wear those things. With that being said, is you have to put time in your schedule to do it. Period. I work out. I am in the camera's face. So that means what? When did I shampoo my hair? Yesterday. Put curls in it today. So what does that mean? I have to put time out. So I shampoo my hair actually twice a week. Why? Because it looks good. It feels good. It's soft. And I'm highly colored. So when it comes to how do you put it in your schedule, you just have to, because it's just part of you. Just do it.
Hmm.
But if you're trying to find a way of doing it where it cuts down on your time, again, holler at me. I can help you with that. But I really feel like it should only take you like literally 30 minutes to shampoo your hair. Like for you. Come on. Me? Yes, a good hour. And then I spend 20 minutes drying it, just hair drying it because my hair holds water. Then I let it sit for a little bit and then I put my rollers in it throughout the day. So we as women, maybe you might want to plan it, do the shampoo part at one point for about an hour, then an hour later, do something throughout the day, do your cooking, do something else with your hair, things like that. But no matter what, you got to put that in your schedule. So
So
that's
I can only imagine how long it takes Jasmine to do her hair. Her hair is like triple my triple my hair. Um,
mm,
is it? I guess I'm gonna ask you, Jasmine. Is it a process? Like when you decide to do your own hair, like how long does that take normally?
This, I'm sorry, the thing froze. So was this question for me?
Yeah, I was just asking how long does it take to do your hair
Okay.
since it's like 5 times longer than mine.
All right. So I'm gonna be real. These clip-ins.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I don't care. I love them. I don't care. I love them. Go ahead, girl. Go on. Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them. I love it.
So these are clip-ins, but I do have. I've learned it's not thin. It's called
Mm-hmm.
fine hair. But when it dries, it gets super thick when it dries. So it's really weird. For me, I would say a typical wash day where I'm shampooing, deep conditioning, and styling my hair. I usually deep condition like overnight, honestly. So, but if I was doing that all in one day, I would say it takes about maybe 3 hours to do my hair.
Can I ask a question?
Wow.
So the
But I
deep
like
conditioner,
but I do
it's,
like to deep condition overnight. So that's a question for you. Like, is that a good thing? Because I find that it just helps with, as far as time. I deep condition overnight, and then in the morning I just, rinse it out and go about my day.
so is that so you shampoo it and then you leave the conditioner in overnight and then the next day you rinse it out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so how about if I help you tweak it just a little bit? And then the conditioner, small question, just need to know a little more. The conditioner that you're using, is it man made or is it something that you buy out the store?
Um, so the conditioners that I actually use, they are handmade, but I guess they're in stores. I don't know, but I'm not big
Okay,
on
so is
like
it
the
a brand?
ingredients.
I was just wondering,
Yeah, it's a
not even
yeah, they're
it's a
brands.
brand. Okay, so let me help with that. So I want you to, moving forward, read what it says on the instructions. So let's say if it's a deep conditioner and it says 30 minutes, I I want you just to leave it on for 30 minutes. If it says overnight, I get it if it says overnight. But if it doesn't, leave it on the amount of time that it asks you for, right? Also, another way that I would like for you to try, like when you're about to shampoo your hair next. So let's say when will be the next time you shampoo your hair?
Um, Probably Wednesday.
Wednesday, right? Me too. All right. So Wednesday, I would like for you to, when you take the clips down and you have braids underneath.
Yes.
Yes. So when you take the braids down, use um your deep conditioner, the conditioner that you normally would sleep in. Use that to open up your hair, detangle your hair, comb out the braids and things like that, right? I want you to see the difference of how much hair you're going to have left over compared to how much hair you have left over with this. So use that conditioner that you sleep that you leave in overnight on your hair as you detangle it. I want you, whatever shampoo it is
Mm-hmm.
that you're using, apply that over top of it.
Mm. Okay.
Comb it with a wide tooth comb,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now lather it up. You get in the shower, you shampoo your hair in the shower or the sink.
In the shower.
So you're gonna take the clips out. You're gonna take the braids out. You're gonna put the conditioner on. I need you to put the conditioner on so the hair doesn't feel dry at all, right? And then you're gonna put the shampoo directly on top of it. You're gonna get it to lather up. All of this to lather up before you get into the shower. You're gonna use that wide tooth comb.
Mm.
When you get into the shower, you're gonna lather it up some more. You're gonna use that wide tooth comb. And you're gonna rinse it all out. Now, I feel like you have other conditioners. So find another rinse out conditioner, right? Not the
Mm-hmm.
same one, but a different one. Put it on. See if you can get it, if it works like 2 to 3 minutes or less, something like that, right? Rinse it out. Put it in. Comb it with the comb. Rinse it out. When you come out, then put in your leave-in conditioner and then style as usual. I would like for you to see if you try that. Like I said, a manual of understanding how to like work with your natural. I hear what you're saying when you said that my hair is typically thin or fine, and then once it draws in or dries out, it gets thick. So that means you have cute little ringlets ish. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what else is going on. I will have to see it. But I think that might change a little bit of your regimen and maybe how your energy. Not that you don't love your hair, but your energy towards your loose natural hair underneath. But the clips, honey, nice, nice. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're hot. I like them.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that. I feel like that's gonna work. Rather
So the
than,
answer to that
just
question
like
when
taking it
you
over to
said,
another day.
"Yep," I would not overnight conditioner in my hair. I just would not overnight it. I understand 30 minutes. I understand 30 minutes. I don't understand overnights, but I understand why it worked for you before you met me. I understand. When you rinse it, you was like, okay, yeah, my girl, oh yes. But any other time I go to shampoo in my hair and I do all of this stuff, it's a hot mess. And I'm using this comb and this dimming brush and all. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing stuff out. Just
Mm-hmm.
saying. And all my hair in the brush or the comb. And look, let me just put this conditioner on. I need to protect my hair, honey. I want all my hair back on my hair. Boom. I wake up in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna rinse it. Okay, she back. Okay, okay, I'm ready. Is that about right?
Right. Yep, that's right. And I'm sure
I love it.
other people who are listening can relate too, because we do that. We do that.
I do
And I
have a
truly
question.
understand it.
I have a
Yeah.
kind of follow up question to the conditioner. So, why, why is it? What happens to the hair if you leave it overnight? Would that be any kind of difference if you do
Mm.
it overnight versus just like people say 30 minutes?
Yeah. So I'm glad you asked that question. And then I hope that everyone that's listening will realize that it's like a cancer. It's a slow process of damaging your hair. So let's talk about again. All in it products gives you directions on how to use them and what to use them and things like that. So when you read on a bottle and it says 30 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or put it in and rinse out, and you say, well, I'm going to leave it in for at least 12 hours. The ingredients inside of the conditioner sits on our hair, changes the pH balance of our hair, and it gets that slow process of just drying it and breaking it off. It doesn't feel like it initially. Like I said, it's like a cancer. It goes really slowly because you're like, I feel my hair is getting better, but on the same side, something still ain't right. But this is making it manageable for my hair, but something else over here is not going right. So you did ask a really good question. It's just, I call it a cancer. It's slow.
So you're saying
So
it's
I
basically
always go back
slowly damaging
to
our hair?
read the instructions. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, is there a such thing as putting too much conditioner in your hair in the sense that there's several different types of conditioner. You got your clarifying conditioner, you got your hydrating conditioner. I guess there may be a difference between that and like a deep conditioner. So if you is there too much conditioner you can put in your hair?
I would say too much of anything. Too much shampooing is not good. Too much conditioning is not good. Too much sun is not good. Too much water. It's you have to find your balance. Again, like you were saying, when my hair was short, I was able to shampoo my hair every day. Now you're you're definitely over 4 inches. So typically, I tell my clients anything over 4 inches. Now you're shampooing your hair at least every 4 to 7 days, right? Depends on your activities. If you live here in Florida, it gets hot, so you might want to shampoo your hair a little more frequently. Why? Because the weather, the climate that we live in causes us to, we have to sweat, and the sweat turns into salt. So how do you get the salt off? You have to cleanse it off. It's not like a wipe it off. When you're up further, like Atlanta, I'm originally from Washington, D.C., so I can see why a person can go like 5, maybe 8 or 9 days or something like that. Typically, when I get brand new clients that come into my salon, a lot of times they tell me they shampoo their hair maybe once a month. And so when they tell me whatever number, how many times they shampoo it, I always take 2 away. So on the average, this person is having all these hair issues. But again, if I feel like we as women and men almost sometimes are afraid to shampoo our hair, because when we shampoo it and we have to detangle it, when we see all that hair in our hands and combs and brushes, we like, okay, shampoo ain't working. Let me stop doing that. Let me just throw this conditioner on there. Let me keep putting this conditioner on there. But like I said, just the way I explained it, it's like a slow cancer. I'm not saying it's working, but part of you is like something's still not right. So too much conditioner, yes. So how much conditioner? So the conditioner should never be white. How about that? Like when you put conditioner in your hair, if your hair is like white, that's too much conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
Should it turn white to eventually, what do you call it, dissolve? Conditioner is supposed to immerse with the hair and the skin, and it's supposed to do this nice little luster look with it. So that's where you get that luster, not a shine, but a luster at. That's how I was like, I can tell. Look at you. You shampooed it. I see.
Wow.
Hold on for a second. I think we all use conditioner, and we all think it ain't working until we see it white. We don't have enough unless it's white.
Exactly.
So you
I
Exactly.
saying?
know, but you
Wow.
don't
Hold
have
on. Let me
to.
ask. So you saying when you apply it or after you apply it? Because when you apply it, it's gonna be white, right?
Okay, so here what I'm saying. You know how I wish I had. Okay, how about this? Can I use this lotion right here? Right. So
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna use this lotion. And what can I use? Let me see that mannequin right there. Pass me that mannequin right there. Yes. All right, guys, hold on. That's a really good question. You like how much does that look like? So if y'all see this piece of hair right here, and this is how much I'm gonna call this conditioner, but this is lotion, right? So I'm gonna rub my hands together, right? And I'm gonna put conditioner on this. You can't even tell, can you? So now I'm about to put a little bit more because I want to show you what white looks like. White is one thing when you get it on, but then when it is coated like this, hopefully y'all can see that. Like you can almost see, like you see how it's just coming out. It's not necessary. Now for the whole head to be conditioned is one thing, but for it to be look, I still got lotion on my hands. Like that's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not
So
necessary.
let me tell you, my problem with that would be, and not to say that you're wrong. However, well, let me ask you before I even see this. So when you apply, are you applying this to like moist hair, super wet hair, or dry hair? Because for me, I
Okay.
started using more
Hmm.
because I need to get it through my hair. And
That is true.
if I don't use
Mm-hmm.
enough, then it's not
Mm-hmm.
doing
It's
anything
not
to me in my head.
right. Let me ask you a question. Did you moist the hair with water first? Or is
Moist.
it
Mine
are
is
you
dripping
so
wet.
it's
I do it in the shower.
drip? Okay, so after this, you put the conditioner on, you put your leave-in conditioner on, and well, see, I'm trying to get you to comb yours through, and
I
you
finger
won't do
comb it.
it. You're not listening to me. I wish you would comb it through. It would seal the deal.
What
So
does
your hair
combing
is
it through
dripping
do?
wet, you
What
put
does that do?
conditioner. It allows as much as I'm not saying you're not getting it with your fingers, but a wide tooth comb would just keep all of your curls even more defined. You will see it immediately. You'll just do just like this. You're like, oh, okay. Me combing, look. I don't even have a comb, but everybody know they got teeth. I don't want you to use them skinny teeth combs. That's not what I'm talking about. A wide tooth comb. Our hands in the teeth of a comb. Come on, come on, come on.
So you had a question, Jasmine?
Yeah. So, cause I've never heard that. That's my first time ever hearing. I thought it
Well,
was,
which part?
supposed to be, coated with white. I know though when we use like stylers, that's different. Whenever I'm twisting my hair, they say to kind of
That's
just like.
different. That's different. We're not talking about your styling
Okay, so
product.
let's
Yes,
say okay.
you need to leave-in conditioner is just to if the leave-in conditioner is to seal in the moisture from the shampoo to the from your rinse out conditioner, and it just seals it all in. So all it's supposed to do is feel like a nice little coat over the hair, and then the way you make sure you get it all through is to comb it through. Now for styling, that's something different. Like I gotta mousse it up. If I'm doing a
Okay.
2-strand twist and they want that mousse style, it's mousse everywhere. It's everywhere. Gel. Yes, I
Okay.
have to put a lot of gel on there. But guess what's protecting the hair though? The leave-in conditioner.
Okay. So you're talking about leave-in conditioner. So what about when we're deep conditioning?
Follow the instructions just enough. It needs you will feel it. It changes texture. You feel it. You put that shampoo and you do like this, you be like, oh Lord, here we go. Then you put the deep condition, you feel your hair saying, okay, yeah, okay, she's doing something. And all I'm just saying, just take a little comb, detangle it or whatever. What it say on the instructions? Does it say 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes? Whatever it say, stay true to that. Rinse it out. Boom. It's gonna do its stuck thistle. You don't have
So
you,
even a
girl. They're
dime
telling
size
us what
amount. When it says dime size amount.
I would say for each section. So
Yeah, I was
let's
about to
talk
say
about that.
I never
Hold
do
on.
dime
When it
size.
says that,
Me neither.
okay. So
Mine is
that's
palm
the one
size.
part they're
I'm
missing.
like,
Right.
I actually
I
say
do,
quarter.
I do a good amount in each section. Um, I don't
So
even think it
yeah.
would do anything to my hair if I did a dime amount for my whole head. Um,
so when it says
Yeah.
that, I know what they say. I get it. But it's for that. It's like for a section.
a
Like they're
section.
trying to get you to
Okay.
understand that we don't really they do and don't explain people how to use their products. Even though they say we wrote the directions on there. So I always have to say, I know that's what they said, but let me just tweak it just for you for a little bit. So a dime size. Like if I was just taking, I'm just gonna, let's say, like this amount of hair, I would probably get a nickel size more because of my length, right? A dime size to me is when someone has 2 inches or less. But that's just for a section, right? I know it
Mm,
doesn't say that, right? So I always have, because I don't want you wasting products, anything over a quarter, $half size if you got bigger hands, but a quarter size. Let's work with quarter size portions so the conditioner ain't running all down here, right? That's money down the drain, right? So we just gonna put a quarter size right here. We're gonna rub that together. And that's another part about it. When it says put the conditioner on, we always do what? Put it in our hands, do this, and do just like this, right?
mm.
I don't think I
Yeah?
do that. I think
What you
I do it
do?
by the sections. I start at
Yeah, but
this.
tell me, once you put the conditioner on, tell me how you put it on your hair. Show me.
Well, I put it in my hand,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna tell you something. I
Uh-huh.
normally apply
Like
my
what you do?
shampoo and conditioner leaning over, so my hair is like all down.
All over. Right. But when you
And
do
then
it, so you just
I
do it
put
like
it like
this.
I
I mean,
start underneath my hair, and I go
uh-huh.
down. I go up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when my head is bent
Okay.
over like this, is I'm applying it to the inside. I do both sides. So I put some on inside like here, then I put some on the outside.
Yeah, I wish you would just use that comb. It'd be great. So, Jesse, when you put your conditioner on, pat it throughout the hair, like so, right? And then take that wide tooth comb and it'll put it all together. Then use a quarter size for this section. right?
Yeah.
Then use a quarter size for the back section. Then use a
But you
quarter
know
size
what?
for the back section.
I will have to do that in my head. I will have to do that after I detangle with my fingers, because I'm still detangling. Actually, while I'm doing my conditioner, to be honest with you, keep
I
it 100.
know. That's why I was. I know, but that's why I was. I wish I would. I can't wait to go to Atlanta so I could just do your hair for you one time, and you would not have no more issues. You gotta put the conditioner on your curly hair and detangle it first with a comb, not your fingers. But I'm gonna let you go there. Put the shampoo, just like I told Jesse. Put the shampoo directly on top of it, right? You comb it one good time, you rinse it out, boom, you done. Now you're gonna put in your instant conditioner. You rinse it out, you put in your leave-in conditioner. You can do it this way, that way, whatever way you want to. But if you comb it and you already told me that I'm still detangling, it should have already been detangled already.
Well, I think I'm talking about
Mm.
as I'm applying it initially. Like after I have let
Mm-hmm.
it sit for a while, then it's like more
Why is it
manageable.
sitting?
Well,
Why is it
because I put it in
sitting?
my hair, then I take a shower. Then once I'm finished taking a shower, I rinse it out.
You put what in your hair? The
Conditioner,
shampoo? The
conditioner.
conditioner? I'm gonna leave you all the way alone. I just talked about it. What does it say on the instructions?
Well, the
You,
conditioner says
you
10, 15 minutes. So I'll take a shower, and while I'm taking a shower, it's sitting in my hair. Once I'm finished taking the shower, I rinse it out.
and then what?
Normally, I either I'll either put a moisturizer on it if I want like a heavier curly look. If I want something lighter and fluffy, I'll put a very light oil on it.
Oil, right?
Yeah.
I hear your regimen. I'm gonna just stay with what you like. You put the conditioner on. This is not shampooing, so I just want you to be clear. You're not talking about a shampoo day. You're just talking about a day in between, right? Which is great. In between, you put the conditioner on. I would say wet it a little bit. I'm not saying it's not. Make sure it's detangled. I understand 10, 15 minutes. I get it. You rinse it off. Great. You have to put some kind of sealant over top of that. So either it's going to be your oil, and I hear your finger combing, but it'd probably do a lot better if you just comb it with a comb. And you have your daily moisturizer. Me, I don't think that daily moisturizer is enough. I feel like you need something a little more thicker. You probably say like what? I feel like something a little more thicker. Whatever you're using is not thick enough for your curls. It's not. It's not enough of it. Enough of it. What does that mean? Like I feel like your moisturizer is almost liquidy and you need more of a cream. Maybe that'll make sense.
No, I actually
Maybe.
use a cream. Um,
What is it? No, don't tell me. Okay, it's a cream.
I don't want to use any brands.
Yeah. That's why I was like, never mind, right?
Now, if you want,
Yeah.
if any brands out there you want me to use your product and put it on this live, you can contact Beauty Lifestyle Network at Gmail. We'll work something out. But
Right. Well, yeah.
Okay, me too.
that's right. Contact us. We'll all work it out, and then we'll come back on and tell you what we thought. We'll do
That
Exactly,
a
part.
honest,
exactly.
That
honest.
We can
part.
do that.
Yeah, we'll do it as a group. Because each one has
I
got
sure will.
different
I'll
hair,
try it. We
so we can
sure
see how it
do.
responds.
I'll let
So
you know.
just hit us up, and then we can make that happen. But
Uh,
it's interesting
So since
to
we,
me.
oh,
Go ahead, Jasmine.
sorry. No, I was gonna say, well, since we were talking about products, I know I get a lot of questions from a lot of people, moms and other naturals, as far as like what product is the best product to start out with. Because you have so many brands, and all of these brands are, they're affordable, but some are like literally, I'm not about in that, as a first timer. So, as a first time natural, like what product would you recommend them to use or try?
so I typically meet the person. So I'm thinking about clients when they come into me and they say, okay, Sabrina, I don't know what's the best products for me to use. Now, I'm going to say, as my professional in my salon, of course, I use products that work on clients that, or any client that can walk through the door. I want to make sure that the products works for them. So, of course, I can make those kind of suggestions. But just out in the store, you gotta. It's the ingredients. It's one of those things that when you're shopping for products, for hair, the first ingredient always should be water. And basically, you're looking at the first 5 ingredients. So the first one is water. The second one might be a sodium. Stay away from alcohol. I'm gonna just call it out. Just try to stay away from any shampoos, conditioners, concoctions, souffles, hair milks, and things like that, or whatever. And no, um, I'm saying there's a lot of products out there, but I find, because one, I had to deal with my children with, one had, both of my children had eczema, and I had to deal with like certain things. So it's not that I haven't tried a lot of products, and I love our Black community. Don't even think that I'm not down for our Black community. It's just certain things I've found out raising my children, within myself as well, that ingredients is very important. So again, like I said, the first one always got to have water. Stay away from the IUMs. I call it the petroleums. Stay away from any of those. You see those in the first 5 ingredients. I'm gonna just let you know, if you come to me for a consultation, I'm like, this right here, we're gonna let that one go, because it'll work for a little bit, and then over time you'll be like, okay, why is it not working? Because now the petroleum built up so much, now you have to find another one to break it all down. And then if you still stay in that kind of family, it'll just do that, and that's why you end up going back and forth like so. um what else you stay away from? Stay away from beeswax. Stay away from
Mm.
um I can't
Like
think of it.
sulfates.
Sulfates. Oh, okay, so I always have to explain sulfates. Like, it's a part in our body that is crazy, that we have bad bacteria and good bacteria all at the same time, right? So what happens is you need just a little bit. I'm all game for sulfate free, not a problem. But it just depends on how much sulfate's in there. And the only reason why I say I understand why people are like, I want sulfate free shampoo, is because once we shampoo our hair and we don't get it all out and we use so much of it, it starts irritating the skin and things. It will do that. Um, so I get why the sulfate free shampoos came about, but is all sulfate bad? No. But definitely, if you want to look for sulfate free, I'm all for it. But again, look for those first 5 ingredients. Stay away from, the M's. And I keep wanting to think of that one. It's the only one I'm looking at is when I can say it. But water should definitely be
Mag-
your first. Mineral oils, definitely. And when you're looking at products too, 1 or 2 oils, I get you. But if you see water, alcohol, oil, it's not doing anything.
yeah. So
So
since we're talking like with oils, um, do hair growth oils work?
that is such a good question. I get that so much. So I had
Because it's a big thing
even
in
a
the
battle.
natural hair community now. Like everybody's like, it works, it don't, it works, it don't. And I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so I'm breaking it all down. So, and this is, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. With that being said, like, I understand the science of hair. I understand how the anatomy of our body works and things like that. So first and foremost, is there an oil out there that promotes hair growth? Yes, there is. Right? How do you use that particular oil? Because I don't want to even call it out. I'm just going to just keep it blank. Is there an oil out there that does work? I say yes. When my clients come to me because they have gone to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist is asking them to use a serum or some form of liquid on the scalp area, I'll always explain to my clients that you have to treat it like a cut. So cleanse it first with witch hazel, sea breeze, or rose water. Everybody thinks rose water is moisturizing. It's not. It's an astringent. So any one of those astringents you would use to cleanse that area. So if you're using the oil, you would just use just a little bit on your fingertip, and you would just use in the areas of concern. Just leave it right there where the areas of concerns. Okay. Does oil really promote hair growth, or does the serum does this, that, and the other? What promotes hair growth is a cleanse, stimulating scalp. First and foremost, it has to be cleansed. If your scalp is clogged from oils, sweat. I'm going to call them all impurities. Is that fair? I'm going to say any impurities. Do you expect anything to grow when it is clogged with impurities? No. So how are these, things working? Because that person believes so much that it worked, it just made it work, and I'm not going to say no. But when a client comes to me and they're really saying, like, I want these things to work, I actually cut out all oils necessary. I have you cleanse the scalp. I say, give me 3 months. If you don't see growth in 3 months, then obviously what I'm talking about makes no sense. I haven't had a complaint. I've been doing this since 2008. With that being said, I'm not saying that something does not work, but how do you use it, and what does it say on the shirt? If it says you're supposed to use it twice a day, then use it twice a day. If it say 3 times a day, use it 3 times a day. But is it? I see the commercials, YouTube. I got a favorite. I'm not gonna call her out, but I love her to life. I want to be like a Madam C.J. Walker, like her. I'm coming. But I feel her with her serum and this, that, and the other. No matter how you look at it, if the scalp is not cleansed and stimulated at on a balanced level, so that's why you get the ones that say it's not working. I get it. And then the ones that say it is working, it does work up until a point. And then after that, I'm just going to leave that where that is, because
So I guess the lesson behind that is you need to start with the basic and just make sure your hair is clean and healthy, right? And to
that's it.
give it a base to even grow, right?
I agree.
Interesting.
That's a good question.
I know, right? Well, unfortunately, we only got a couple more minutes, and
Oh,
well,
do we have
about
any
3 more minutes.
questions?
But if you had a question, Jasmine, or let the people know how they can find out a little bit about more what you're doing, what you're up to, and how they can kind of connect with you.
Yeah. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Jasmine.
I had my mic on mute.
Oh, there you go.
So I go by Jazzy Loves on Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok, Jazzy Loves 820. Um, I have been doing natural hair tutorials and reviews for about 5 years now as an influencer. Now I'm kind of moving more into just beauty and lifestyle. I'm still doing natural hair videos, but just moving over to that. I do relatable content, so a lot of people say I'm funny. I really don't think I'm that funny, but I like to make people laugh, and I'm just very relatable as a content creator. So y'all be sure to follow me at Jazzy Loves.
There we go. And for you, Sabrina, tell people kind of a little bit about you and how they can reach out to you and follow you.
Yes, I really want to say thank you for this opportunity. So, on pretty much all of the handles, I'm Queen of Roots. My website is Queen of Roots. So for me, I am here to help the professionals bring more professionalism into the natural hair revolution. For my individual moms and dads who are looking towards wanting to understand more about their children's hair, I offer classes and workshops for those. You can find all of that on my website. And if you just interested in wanting to understand, well, I did. If you want to know how to work with your own hair, locks or loose natural, I'm here to help. So that's how you can find all about me.
Well, we appreciate you ladies joining us today. And I think this is kind of like the beginning of the conversation, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's like so much we kind of delved in. We really kept it pretty basic. We talked about shampooing,
That's
conditioning,
it.
and
Mm-hmm.
detangling. We haven't even got, that's
And
like
some oils.
right at the top.
And oils, right?
And oils. So we didn't really get a chance to go super duper deep. But we don't have to do it all at once. We can take our time and cover each piece. So I guess that means I would love to have you ladies back and talk a little bit more. And
Oh my
this is
goodness.
our first
Thank
one,
you
so
so
let's give it up to
much.
ourselves for being a part of this. I appreciate it. The whole goal is to have a community where people can kind of take advantage of these resources and learn and share and kind of pat each other and support each other as we all kind of on this journey
Yes.
to kind of appreciate ourselves a little bit more, right?
Yes.
And be our best
Yes.
selves.
Yeah. And Sabrina, when you come up here to Atlanta, let me know too. So.
Yeah, girl. I'm trying to think like when is my next trip to the ATL? Because I'm like, hello, and don't get it twisted. You come down here, let me know. I'm Orlando, Florida. I'm about to like, soon as we get off of this, I'm about to like follow your page. That's how fast I'm doing this.
Exactly. Yep.
So everybody make sure
Yeah.
they follow the page. Just one more time, say your handles again, ladies.
Yep. So I am Jazzy Loves, JAZZILOBES.
And yes, I'm Sabrina, Queen of Roots. That's QUEENOF
And of course, you can follow us at Beauty Lifestyle Network at Beauty Lifestyle Network on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. On Twitter, we're Shop BLN. So make sure you guys, if you want to find out more information or be involved in more discussion like this, make sure you go in the links in our descriptions for this live. Click on the links, subscribe to our email address. Also, we like to thank our supporters for supporting us. Beautiful Brown Girls, NAC Pro, and Sentinel Media. There's links in the description. It takes you to the website. You can learn all about it. And there'll also be links for our two guests today, too. So make sure you check out the links. And we will have this archived on YouTube after this live. So if you didn't get a chance to check it, check it out live. There'll be plenty waiting for you afterwards. So again, we like to say thank you guys for being a part of this. This is part one of this hair discussion that we're gonna have. I think it's important for us to have this because no one knows what we want better than us, right?
Yep.
And we need to know this. And to be honest with you, I was never taught anything about how to do my hair growing up, so I know
Exactly.
zero. I came to this game knowing nothing.
Exactly.
Um, so I'm very curious, and I hope that if you're curious as well, then make sure you follow us. We'll let you know when our next live coming up. We do these about once a week, every Sunday, 7 p.m. So check out our schedule on the website. Beautiful, somebody say beautiful, but best, not best. Beauty Lifestyle Network, BeautyLifestyleNetwork.com. Let me say it one more time,
Yeah.
BeautyLifestyleNetwork.com. All right. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. And we're going to leave you with a little message about who we are. And again, thank you for participating. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you next time, Jessie.
Yay. See ya.
I can remember when I was looking for makeup for my skin, and I had been using an organic makeup that I was getting from a very expensive grocery store. I didn't feel comfortable, like I had an opportunity to ask any questions about the product. And when I finally did get to a consultant and ask them, what's in this lipstick, what's in this, they really didn't know. So when it came to my hair, that was even harder. I would go into the beauty supply, and as you know, it's just aisles and aisles and aisles of product. But what I didn't know, what was right for my natural hair. And again, I was faced with the same dilemma. Who can I ask? Nobody really knew anything about these products. They were just selling them. It wasn't a great experience, not being able to get the right amount of information from the people who I was buying the products from. So that's one of the things that I love about the Beauty Lifestyle Network, is that it's a community of information as well as a bunch of great products that have been proven to really, really give you the look that you're looking for when it comes to your hair, skin, and body.